遊びは終わりだ。
Yo, what's good? It's your boy DEADMANVINCE back with another Black Clover mobile video, guys, and we got some more news today, and I'm gonna go ahead and break down that news. Just a little email interview from GameWith to Jae-Young Choi, the CEO of Vic Games. Before we hop into the video, if you guys could leave a like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, all those good things, that way you can get notified whenever I drop future content. And you can let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see. I'm a man for the people, you know what I'm saying? And I want to go ahead and get this stuff straightened out so I can go ahead and get everything right for you guys before the game comes out. We can be all set up, all straight, you know. But we're going to go ahead and just hop right into this interview because it is very long. And I do want to take some time to go over some of these questions in a little more detail because I have not even looked at this myself yet. So this is like a fresh look at the interview. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. So I will leave the link to this. It's on the official Black Clover mobile tentative Twitter, but I do also just have the link right here. I can leave the link to the I'm just gonna leave the link to the actual website because you can translate it, so it's not like you'd be better off going from Twitter to the website. But special interview with the developer of Black Clover Mobile Tentative. I want to convey the excitement that makes users cry. Interview with the developer of the new Black Clover app. Directly hit the appeal of the game and process leading up to its development. Popular manga. Okay. This isn't the interview. This is kind of just like stuff, kind of prefacing the interview. Let you know who are they talking to. Jae-Young Choi Jae-Young. All that stuff. If I have been saying his name backwards, I do apologize. I don't know Korean. I don't know how. So, is it like the name system in Japanese, where like the last name comes first when you're addressing somebody? I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and just come down here. So, first question. Please tell us the title and the name of the person who will answer this question. Choi. Hi, my name is Choi Jae-Young, CEO of Vic Game Studios. Thank you. And since they're saying Choi, I'm going to assume that Choi is his first name and that the first name does come first and Jae-Young is his last name. I'm going to assume. Or Young Jae-Young? Oh, okay. So that's not... Names are confusing. Let's continue. First of all, we would like to introduce Vic Game Studios. Vic Game Studios is a royal work so far with Vic, which is an abbreviation of Villain is Coming, with the intention of new villain with unprecedented fresh fun will appear in the game industry. Our goal is to become the villain in a sense that it is a bit different from the game, inspiring in the game, and creating a new sensation to the industry. Yo, once again, I've kind of touched on that Villain is Coming ideology before. That shit is fire. You gotta admit, sometimes whenever the villain in the anime is like spitting his philosophy, right? Sometimes he do be spitting big fucking facts, and you're just like, I don't know if it should be handled that way, but like what you're saying is 100% facts. Like the world is going through this cycle where like everybody is kind of killing each other off, blah blah blah. It just seems like you're taking out the middleman, blah blah, all that stuff. I'm not a final boss. I mean, I am a final boss, but like I'm not a final boss on that scale. I'm not trying to kill the entire fucking world. Let me zoom in a little more for you. There we go. But yeah, I do like that Villain is Coming thing. He's just saying, yo, we're gonna have to be the new bad guy in the industry. A lot of people aren't gonna fuck with us at first because what we're doing is gonna be, groundbreaking, and people aren't gonna fuck with that. People always hate on the new guy because the new guy has the best fresh idea. And I mean, honestly, if you're mad, bro, sucks to suck. I feel this, man, on the vibes, bro. Aiming to be the best animation RPG developer in the world, we'll release a game that impresses like Disney to the world. Yo, I love how confident this man is, cause like I can tell that like first of all, the way that he always talks about that Villain is Coming thing, he always goes in depth with the ideology. One, I love that. Like this man stays to his purpose, stays to his goal, stays to his mission. Then, aiming to be the best anime RPG in the world. And that other thing we saw, I'm trying to be better than MiHoYo, all that stuff. Like, I love this man's confidence, and I love how passionate this man is. Because people can call it arrogance, but I see that he is just affirming what he wishes to be true. He is just manifesting for himself what he's trying to do. So I can fuck with it. A game that impresses the world like Disney. Many developers of the mobile game Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, which is famous in Japan, belong to Vic Game. So it wasn't even like he was the lead developer, like solely from Vic Studios, but a lot of the team that worked on Seven Deadly came from Vic Studios. That's pretty crazy. Many developers of the mobile games Grand Cross, which is famous in Japan, belong to Vic Game Studios. Although it is still a startup, I would like to surprise the game industry with a game created by mixing the know-how of animation-style game development that the development team has accumulated so far with the elements to try new. I want to deliver the emotional tear to the users. Game with. Please tell us how you decided to develop the game for Black Clover, which is a Japanese IP. Choi. From the beginning, I wanted to develop a game that expresses the world of IPs like Black Clover. We are an organization with know-how on IP games, and we were confident in our development. Good man. Black Clover is an animation with high global recognition, not only in Japan, but also North America and Europe. Yes, facts. If the development know-how of Vic Game Studios and the Black Clover IP are combined, I thought that I could definitely create a wonderful game experience beyond my imagination. Yes sir. As I mentioned, Vic Game Studios aims to be the game that gives impression. I strongly felt that I want to express the heartwarming global emotions I felt when I first saw the TV animation of Black Clover in the game. And I fuck with the fact that, like, not only is he like a fan of Black Clover, but like he said that a lot of his like staff are big fans of Black Clover as well. So we got some people who actually care. I've said this before in another video talking about another. I can link the other interview that he did that wasn't through Game With, but that video he's saying a lot of the same stuff. That's what I like about this dude's answers. Whenever he gets asked questions, he does remain consistent. It's not like he's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't change up his answer every single time. It's always like the same energy. If you look at Black Clover, you can see what kind of hardships and trials Asta experienced and how he grew up. We have accumulated know-how with flashy graphics and production, and it is possible to create a game that looks good. It was Black Clover that I faithfully met when I wanted to convey the excitement of tears as the next stage. Good man. Become the main character, Asta and his friends, and relive the world, view, and story TV animation. Aren't some of these new screenshots? Like, I don't remember before we had a screenshot with Mimosa and Klaus with Asta. This one, I think I do remember this one from the trailer, though. And this one might have been in the trailer, but I just can't remember. Because these might all be screenshots from the trailer. Game With. The preview released at Jump Fest of 2022 the other day, but the quality was very high and it became a hot topic. Choi, thank you. Actually, I didn't expect to receive such a big response. After the release at Jump Fest of 2022, since Jump Festa was held in the latter half of December, I feel like I received a big Christmas present. Game With. In preview, there was a scene where you could operate the Asta and run the Royal Capital freely, but it is possible to do the same in other cities and other characters. Also, many NPCs were seen in the Royal Capital, but will it be a specification that allows shopping and quest? Choi. Black Clover Mobile tentative reproduces the magical world of the TV animation and is produced based on the main places of the story. Black Bull's hideout, Hodge Village, etc. so that the player can feel more immersed. It is configured so that you can directly operate the character and experience the main story. We are also considering creating an event with a major person or NPC at each site. Nice. This is just more content. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta love more content. I like games that off rip have a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? It's cool when the game starts out and it's acceptable for it to have a little bit of content because they gotta kind of test the waters with their game first. But like, they're already going to do the soft launch and they're going to do the beta testing and all of that. So they're already going to kind of fill the waters with their game. So they already are just throwing in a lot of content off rip. Plus, this man's already felt the waters through his work with 7 Deadly Sins. So we're looking pretty good for this. Game With. As far as you can see from the preview, it seems that there is a development that traces the story of the animation. But is it possible for players to experience the story of Black Clover? Choi. Of course. I'm not even reading this. I feel he's gonna say something. Of course, I want you to feel the emotion, the experience. Black Clover Mobile tentative is under development so that you can play the development along the story of the TV animation centered on the quest. Players will become the main characters and experience the magical world of Black Clover. Game With. Are you planning to develop an original story? Choi. At present, we are basically planning to follow the story of the anime. Smooth. So, this is fire. But keep in mind, 7 Deadly Sins was following the main story of the anime for a little while, and then they dropped Ragnarok. So keep that in mind. Also, you got to think they're probably going to have like a little... So, Grand Cross had Prisoners of the Sky for like another little side story, which is based off of their movie, Prisoner of the Sky. And they could have a movie for Black Clover. They could have a movie. The movie is on the way for Black Clover. I'm pretty sure... Did it say it was coming summer 2022? I think it did. So... Black Clover could have a little side supplementing story for the fucking movie. Also, the story itself, once it starts to get closer to the end, they could make an additional Black Clover like story type of deal, and I hope they do. I hope somewhere along the lines this man Choi gets to link up with that boy Tabata and they really get to work on this, bro. I hope so. Next, aiming for an animated sensibility RPG that conveys emotion. Game with. What kind of game will it be? Choi. Not only fans of Black Clover, but also users who don't know Black Clover will be impressed by the story and the animation sensibility RPG. We will enhance the impression with the production and presentation unique to the game I am aiming for. And look, he didn't say that we are aiming for. He said I am aiming for. Another thing that I like about this dude, he's putting his name on this shit here. He's not like, yo, the team is doing this, the team is doing this. Because when you say, oh, the team is doing this, the team is doing that, you feel a little disconnected from it. But you're like, no, I'm doing this because I am leading the team to make these decisions. So he's very much intertwined into this process. We are making games so that you can enjoy the fantasy world views such as playable characters and beautiful illustrations and animations, cute SD characters, spell books, grimoire, and magic knights. SD characters, that like side characters? Story develop. I don't know SD characters. But what was I about to say? Another thing that I wanted to mention was, where was it? Damn, I just saw something that I wanted to touch on. Yeah, this right here. There were a lot of people who never watched Seven Deadly Sins, but they started playing Grand Cross just because the game was like looked fire. So I feel like it's gonna be another one of those situations. And I've seen a lot of people on YouTube like, yo, I haven't watched Black Clover yet. Like other gacha gamers, like I haven't watched Black Clover yet, but like I might have to get into watching it, or you know, I might just play the game because you know the story. It's just gonna tell you the story anyway. Now, if you wait to get the whole story through the game, you're gonna be waiting a while. But probably people will just kind of start the game and then just move on over to like the anime itself while they're waiting for new chapters to drop and stuff like that. In particular, the details of the TV animation will be delicately expressed in the development process to make the game more immersive and enjoyable. So he's just saying like he's gonna follow the details to the bone, you know what I'm saying, in the game when he's putting stuff from the show in the game. And there was one thing that I was talking about in the screenshot of, where is it? In the screenshot right here. We have this page right here translated. Literally, this is like Black Bull Holiday. Or Magic Knight Holiday or something like that, and then it says talk to Noel. That's what he's doing right here. I like that because that's literally from an episode where they finished their like first mission and Yami's like, yo, go take a vacation, gives him some money and shit like that. And then Asta's about to send all his money away to Hajj to give back to the orphanage, and they're just like, no, save some of your money, bro. And then they have their like little holiday, and I just like that, like the little details like that, bro. Like he's following through, bro. Just the translations are showing you what he's doing what he's setting out to do. Right here. Was it? Oh. Where was I at? Jeez. I was right here. Okay. Yeah, right here. In particular, the details of the TV animation will be okay, I read that. In the release preview, the Asta and Maze drawing with beautiful 3D graphics were impressive, but how many characters will appear at the time of the release? It is difficult to give an accurate answer as to how many people will be because it is still under development. Please look forward to what kind of characters will come out though. Game with. What are your thoughts on the battle system, turn-based, deck command, friend cooperation system, etc.? Choi. Again, I can't say clearly at the development stage. One thing I can say is that we have strengthened the story element and developed it so that you can enjoy the battle. We are trying to get different impressions depending on the player choice in the game. Another thing that I like is that like some of the questions he's kind of like not necessarily like dodging, but he's not making any exact promises. And that's gonna keep what we think of Black Clover like fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because like we can assume all we want that it's gonna be a turn-based game, that it's gonna be just like Seven Deadly Sins except for a few things. But at the end of the day, we don't know that it'll be like that. And you know, every gacha game is just like has its own little twist. You know what I'm saying? So we will have to sit back and see. I want to deliver the excitement of the TV animation. Game with. Are there any points that you are particular about when creating the new world? Creating the world view? Choi. I think it is important to make most of what is expressed in the TV animation, such as the overall atmosphere, the theme of the battle, and the direction. And we are making a lot of efforts, such as placing NPCs in the right places so that players can experience and enjoy the magic world of Black Clover. Now, what was I about to say? I was about to say, you notice he does like harp a lot on making it as true to the anime as possible. That's gonna be fire, bro, because a lot of people complain about the animation of Black Clover. Like, I don't really hear people complaining about the manga too much. I mean, some people do, but they just be hating. But, like, I'm not gonna say that like because then I sound like an absolute fucking fanboy. Like, there do be some parts in the manga where you're just like, huh. But like the animation do be a little choppy sometimes. But it's not so much that I think that the entire franchise should get bagged on the way it does. Definitely, I'm excited to see all this stuff in 3D models because the 3D models look good and like Seven Deadly looks good. Like I was excited to see the Escanor versus Meliodas fighting Seven Deadly in Grand Cross, but in the anime they butchered that. So let's see what we get with Game With here. Game With. Among the fans of Black Clover, there's a lot of talk the existence of character voices, but please tell us if there's any decisions currently made. I think the voices is an important factor in making you feel the excitement of the TV animation. We are considering recording voices in the future, character voices in the future. Please tell us the part that you want to put effort into the most in the game and the part that you want the user to pay the most attention to. While the main appeal points of the existing mobile games are surprises, flashiness, scale, etc., all that convey impression, in addition to those in Black Clover Mobile Tentative. I'll do my best to create a scene where Asta faces the challenges and the courses of overcoming them can be felt together by the players. I would like to deliver the emotion that you can feel in TV animation as it is. On official Twitter, there seems to be a lot of reactions in languages other than Japanese, but the delivery country only Japan. Choi. The service is planned to be a global service excluding Japan, South Korea, and some regions. Game With. It was announced that the service will start in 2022, but when has it been decided? Due to the development stage, we cannot provide the exact date yet, but we are aiming for service within 2022. So, what I remember in one of my videos I was saying that I saw on the original Twitter, like the first day it was out, the first tweet said something about February 2022, so maybe the game's not dropping February 2022, but definitely the soft launch is coming in February, so that February did mean something at some point. One last word. This video wasn't that long. It wasn't too bad. Finally, we would like to ask all the fans who are looking forward to the release of Black Clover Mobile Tentative, Choi. Or finally, I would like to ask all the fans who are looking forward to the release of Black Clover Mobile. Or maybe he's saying this is what did you have anything you wanted to ask the fans? Choi, Big Game Studios is developing the goal of showing players highly complete works. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the busy schedule today. We are looking forward to the release of Black Clover Mobile Tentative. Now, this right here is important, right? Because a lot of video game developers these days make games and they be having the complete game, but they just release like the game halfway done, half cooked, and then they give us like free DLC like throughout the course of the game being out, and they like to kind of like sprinkle in like the, oh yeah, here's some free DLC, thanks for supporting our game. But you realize back in the day, people used to just drop games completely. There was no such thing as DLC, and then eventually DLC came into it, but DLC still wasn't even that overwhelming. And now it's like, if you buy the game, you are 100% guaranteed going to have to buy some DLC after the game drops. It does not matter what the fucking game is, bro. There's always something. It's always something. And it's just like, why can't y'all just finish games off rip? This man who is working on a game that's not supposed to be done when it first drops, that updates consistently throughout the year, is talking about giving you the most complete work he can. I want y'all to keep that in mind when y'all are thinking about this game, bro. And then right here, you can see it's free. The app is free. Game system investigating, society, Vic Game Studios. So company or developer, Vic Game Studios. Game system, I'm guessing it means platform. I'm guessing it's iPhone and Android. I don't really know why it would have anything else. It says investigating also, so maybe they do add the PC in. Maybe they decide to add PC in before the game drops. That's just headcanon. Don't go off my word. Releases 2022 for Android and iPhone, of course. And that is it for the interview. But yeah, we got a good amount of information in this interview. Once again, if you guys did enjoy the video, you can leave a like, you can subscribe, and you can comment down below. I would appreciate all of that. If you want to stay tapped in, for all these news updates whenever they come, and if you want to stay tapped in whenever the game drops and you need somebody to do guide videos and all that stuff, just let me know. But it's gonna be your boy DEADMANVINCE signing out. Y'all stay fire with it, and yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. But that's gonna be it from me. Have a good one. Peace.